Hey there, Mike Wolf here, the founder of MikeWolfMastery.com, and today I'm just on the outskirts of beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. One of my favorite places to both invest and to hang out. It's a great spot. People are very friendly, it's very quaint, and it's just a phenomenal place to do real estate on top of that. So that's the bonus. So I'm at one of my team's properties here, and it's a single family home. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, and I just want to give you a little lesson on some ways that you might want to potentially add this to what you're doing with your real estate, and hopefully it'll save you or make you some more money. So we're going to come inside here. These properties we typically buy in large quantities from banks. We buy them in bulk, we have them inspected, we have them fixed, and then we put tenants in place, and then our property management team takes care of it. And so we sell them as turnkey to investors all over the world and make it really easy. So we're not creating a job for our investors, we're creating freedom, which is why we get into real estate in the first place. And I kind of like to compare it to buying a McDonald's franchise. You wouldn't buy a McDonald's so you could flip burgers. Well, same thing with this. You shouldn't be managing your own properties, you shouldn't be painting your own properties. This is all done for you. There's a property that we got not too long ago. We haven't finished all the renovations yet, but come inside and I'll show you what we've done so far. So if you were to come into all the homes that we've got in Atlanta and take a peek at them after we've renovated them, you notice that they're all going to look very similar. And this yellowish, these kind of earth tones in here, they're very popular in Georgia. One of the things you have to learn when you're investing in a bunch of different places is that what works in one market doesn't always work in another market. So when I used to do Las Vegas, people liked homes to be very white, very plain. Definitely not to my taste. But the goal wasn't to get the home to my taste, it was to get it looking good for the potential tenants and the people that you're going to sell to. So you got to take your taste and your emotion out of it and just design it to look like what other people want when they move into these neighborhoods. So this yellow paint, we have the exact same paint in every single one of our homes. We own a lot of paint. These floors are pretty typical of what we use in a lot of our homes. Like I said, the renovations aren't quite complete in here, so I'm going to, the carpets we have in here aren't our standard yet. We haven't actually changed them. They will be changed. These appliances in here in the kitchen, these black appliances, we have an awful lot of these fridges, stoves, dishwashers. We own a lot of that. Now, one of the things that's really cool and unique about Georgia is that almost all our properties do not back onto other homes. We seek out properties that have green space behind them. So this property, by the way, is only $100,000, and I can tell you in Calgary where I live, the lot alone backing onto trees like this as opposed to other homes, the lot alone would be worth far more than the entire, the home and the land. So I don't know, it's just a pleasure to work in a place where we can actually get these kind of prices. And that's at the retail level. That's what we resell this home for $100,000. It rents for around $900 a month. Like I said, it's not complete. Once it's complete, my property manager, Anthony, he's going to be putting somebody in here who's going to do a lot of work to get the right tenant and look after it. And then our end buyer is going to have a very easy real estate investing experience because they're not going to have to deal with collecting rent and getting phone calls at 2 in the morning because of leaky toilets, etc. So we'll bring you up here. This is where our bedrooms are. And this home it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. I always recommend getting at least 3 bedrooms. I don't mess around with 2-bedroom homes unless it's got to be just a smoking deal. So we've got 3 bedrooms in here. There's a full bath up here. There's a second full bath downstairs. These carpets are not, they haven't been changed yet. They will be changed. We have very specific carpets that we use in every single one of our homes. You can save a lot of money if you're going to be doing any kind of volume to buy stuff in bigger quantities. So instead of every time you buy a home, go looking for carpet, try to get lots of it, especially if you can get some kind of discount. If you get some kind of remnants, but there's a lot of it, buy it up, stock up on it. If you know you're going to be using it, paint, stock up on paint. Don't be doing transactional real estate if you don't have to. So keep that in mind. It's going to save you a lot of money. So what else can I show you here? We put, you'll notice every one of our bedrooms has a ceiling fan in every one of our homes. And that's a big advantage for us. It seems like something really small to most people, But when we're showing tenants, we tell them in a place like Atlanta, there's real seasons. And there's certain times a year where if you didn't have these ceiling fans, you would run your AC. And running AC is very expensive. Running a ceiling fan is very, very cheap. So we tell them that you're going to be saving money on your utilities because of these ceiling fans. So if you can sleep comfortably at night, you don't have to keep the whole home air conditioned. Makes a big difference. Doesn't cost us a lot. We're buying tons of these fans. When you buy them in bulk, they cost almost nothing. So I just want to show you one other thing here. We're going to go to the garage. And one of the things that we do in the garage that most other people are not doing is we're epoxying the floor. So what this does is it gives it a very clean look. And when people pull up, we want them to have a certain first impression of the home. We want it to have great curb appeal. As we walk them through the home, we want it to feel like a brand new home to them. And we want that to be consistent. This is the last thing they're going to see is a garage. And if they come into this garage and there's lots of oil stains and it's really dirty, their last impression is that, oh, well, this isn't a new home. We want it to feel like a new home from the time they pull up to the time they leave. We want everything to just be perfect. So that's why we pressure wash the homes, we paint everything, we make it all clean, we make it like brand new. Makes it a lot easier to get tenants that are willing to pay. You know, there's always a range. So this home here will probably rent for $9,950. Other homes in the neighborhood that rent anywhere from, let's say, $750 to $950. We're always going to get at the top end of the range because of things like ceiling fans and epoxying the floor. And when you're doing this in bulk, it doesn't cost that much. And if you look at the returns over time of what you're going to get from your tenants by having these minor touches, it makes all a world of difference. So these are some tips. I hope they added some value to you. If you're interested in buying some of our turnkey properties, we've always got a large supply of them, and we're continuing to purchase them and fix them up. If you're doing your own thing, well, hopefully you can take some of these tips and apply it to your own business and hopefully make some more money. So once again, I'm Mike Wolf. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.